Hey guys, good afternoon. Brett here, directors. Thanks for joining today's live. So what I wanted to chat on today, guys, was our Earnest Money Protection Program and our Pre-Approval Advantage Program. So this has been something we've had for many years now, probably at least 6-7 years, but it's been a really fun piece to help our clients, feel more confident when they're making an offer, but most importantly, compete way better in the marketplace. So over the last 6-7 years, obviously, we've seen certain markets during the COVID era, super competitive. But even in a market where it's been a little bit less competitive for a buyer, you can always negotiate better. I like to think that is why do a lot of buyers that can buy cash? Well, they can negotiate better, whether that's beating out competition or just getting a better price or better terms. So ultimately, guys, that's the basis of this. So let me kind of run through some of the details. So in general, the pre-approval advantage, it's our standard pre-approval, just a few levels deeper. So essentially what it means is we're going to first go through and do a real deep dive pre-approval. That's going to be us getting an application, going through a credit report, getting income and asset documents. Now, how my team is structured, we do have underwriters, processors, funders right in the office. So in many cases, we will take that file to our underwriter, have them review it. And the reason for that is we want absolute confidence for you that your file is approved and good to go from the financial standpoint. Now, this also translates to the sellers, but that, I guess, would be step one, guys, is a super detailed approval. And that lets us go through all the details with you guys as well. But flipping it back to the competitiveness, as interesting as it sounds, when we're in a multiple offer situation, the highest price doesn't always win. Quite oftentimes, a lot of times, actually, we see a lower price, but a better termed offer is the one that wins. So that's kind of the key piece we want to provide here by having more confidence. So again, if you are more confident as a buyer because we've been detailed through the financial, review up front, even again, potentially having an underwriter go through it, but crossing the T's, dotting the I's, that lets you be more aggressive on your offer, providing more confidence to both the listing agents and the sellers. So that's a big focus on this for us. So, kind of how does this particularly work for you? So a couple things I want to go through is, we want to make sure that as you go to make that offer, the confidence comes through by the terms of the offer. So what I mean by that, guys, is how quick we can close. Well, if we vetted it up front, dialed it up front, we close a lot of loans in 2 weeks or less. The second piece can be is what terms we have, meaning contingencies. So this pre-approval advantage and earnest money protection covers everything other than an inspection. So traditionally, a purchase and sale agreement may have a financing contingency, an appraisal contingency, and the inspection. Well, with our pre-approval advantage, up to 10,000 earnest money protection, I have a lot of buyers where their earnest money is 10,000. They would therefore remove the financing contingency and the appraisal contingency, completely waive that because they know they no longer need those contingencies because they have our protection. So think about this on paper. We have two different offers, or even again, a house that's been on the market for a while that we want to offer lower on. So offer number one, a standard. A client comes in there, has a general pre-approval letter from maybe a big bank or an online lender. They have a 30-day close. They have an appraisal contingency, a financing contingency, and an appraisal contingency. Well, there's a lot of different potential things to come up with. They got to get through 3 contingencies. They got to hope that this online or big bank lender did a thorough pre-approval and that there's not an issue. Alternatively, how we like to present offers and the ability we give you guys with this program is you could write an offer to say, hey, local lender already through detailed review, even underwriting review. We're going to close in 2 weeks, so the seller gets their money faster. We're going to have a quick inspection, but fully waive financing, waive the appraisal contingency, and release 10,000 earnest money non-refundable. That is a significant difference, guys. Not only is it better terms and quicker, it provides way more confidence from a seller's end to say, wow, this buyer is so confident they're going to waive contingencies and release 10,000 earnest money. That is a huge difference. So we have had many cases where that will help you to negotiate a much lower price or win at a lower price in a multiple offer scenario. Now, alternatively, guys, other than just negotiation, it's extra protection. Say in those rare cases, something happens on the appraisal and the deal falls apart. We are helping to cover that 10,000 or up to 10,000 earnest money for you guys. That's huge to help you out if there's anything ever lost. The next one is, say you lose a job at the very end. Again, rare, but these things happen. So that guarantee is, or protection, I should say, is there to help you out. So those are a few pieces for us, guys, is why is it there? So ultimately, the original intent with earnest money and why we have it as an industry is good faith to the seller. But if there's all these different contingencies in place, a seller never really ends up with it. It doesn't mean as much as it was intended to. So we wanted to come back to more of a cash style offer of, hey, eliminating these contingencies, releasing some earnest money, providing that confidence, and that gives you a significant difference in negotiation tool. And quite honestly, is the number one way we believe at Directors we can help you to save money is negotiating a better price on the home. So guys, as always, feel free to reach out. Any questions you have, let us know. We're happy to chat through the details. This is something I'm passionate about, and we go through on every one of our approvals, but probably one of the biggest niches we offer, and this is for everything. Anything from a jumbo loan, 20% down, to a first-time buyer, 0% down. So it's something on every single pre-approval we do. This is available to help every buyer out there, increase their qualifying ability and have a better negotiation options. Thanks, guys. Feel free to reach